Hello, this is attorney David Petrosky. Thank you for listening to this video today. This video is geared towards California landlords and is intended to provide a high-level overview of some of the eviction updates as of October 2021. First, a little bit about me. I've been an attorney since 2004 representing landlords' needs. I'm a published author and a referral source for realtors, landlords, and other attorneys. Of course, there's no guarantee of success on any given case. Please understand that the rules surrounding landlord-tenant law and evictions in California are becoming more and more complex and are rapidly changing. This video and the other videos on this channel are not intended to be legal advice, and you should retain your own legal counsel to discuss your individual situation. The rules outlined herein could change at any time, and this video may not be updated to reflect any future changes to the law. Okay, I'm going to be focusing on 3 different eviction moratoriums. The first will be the California Eviction Moratorium. The latest version of that is AB 832. I'll also touch on the LA County Moratorium and the LA City Moratorium, just the highlights of each of these. In terms of the California Eviction Moratorium, finally, evictions without just cause are going to be permitted as of October 1st, 2021, assuming there's no other statewide just cause eviction requirements, such as AB 1482 that came into effect January 2020, or any other local restrictions. But let's say you have a month-to-month tenant and it's a single-family residence generally exempt from rent control, and you want to terminate that tenancy without cause. You can again do that as of October 1st, 2021, assuming there's no other restrictions in effect at your rental property. This would apply in areas where we service, primarily in Ventura County and Orange County single-family residences. So if you have a tenant in a single-family residence in Orange County or Ventura County and you want to terminate that tenancy, now's a good time to reach out to us and schedule a paid phone call and we can discuss your options. Now, in terms of non-payment of rent cases, again, we're still under the California Eviction Moratorium, and you can read up on this in Civil Code 1179.10. Rather than having to use the 15-day notices, which you've been having to use for the last year and a half, for any rent that becomes due on or after October 1st, 2021 through March 31st, 2022, you're now going to use a special type of a 3-day notice to pay rent or quit. Now, even though we're in October right now, if you are demanding rent that was pre-October, so say September or August or anything before October 1st, 2021, you're still going to have to use the 15-day notice, even if you are serving the notice in October or later. Now, if you have a brand new tenancy as of October 1st, 2021 or later, and that means your tenant cannot have lived in the property, or you cannot have any tenant relationship with your tenant prior to October 1st, 2021. If that's the case, then you don't have to honor these special rules and you can use the regular pre-COVID 3-day notice, and you're not subject to any of these other special COVID rules. But again, that only applies if it's a brand new tenancy as of October 1st, 2021 or later. In order to get a summons on an unlawful detainer case, and you're going to want that if you are filing an eviction case in court, you're going to need to have a summons as one of the important documents that the court will give to you. The only way that you're going to be able to get a summons is if you apply through the government rental assistance program. Some landlords may not want to take money from the government, but you really have no choice if you're pursuing a non-payment of rent case against your tenant between October 1st, 2021 and March 31st, 2022. You must apply for the rental assistance program and wait prior to filing the unlawful detainer case in court. And you're going to want to visit the housingiskey.com website for more information on the rental assistance program. There are several other aspects of the California eviction moratorium and the 3-day notices and getting a summons and getting a default judgment against the tenant. Those discussions are outside the scope of this video, but you're welcome to schedule a paid call with us to discuss. In terms of the LA County eviction moratorium, the wonderful Board of Supervisors just extended the moratorium through January 31st, 2022. The LA County eviction moratorium bans most no-fault evictions. So if you remember what I was saying under the new California rules, that you can do no-fault evictions, like if you're in Ventura County or Orange County or other areas that don't have any other restrictions generally, you're not going to have that same luck in LA County, because LA County says you cannot do any no-fault evictions. There are a few exceptions to that, but for the most part, you're out of luck. Also under LA County, if the reason for the eviction is based on nuisance or unauthorized occupants or pets whose presence is necessitated by or related to COVID, you're out of luck. Even though those are considered at-fault evictions, you're not able to evict for any of those reasons. Even more so disturbing is that a tenant can deny the landlord access to the rental property except in very limited circumstances in the county of LA. And if the tenant denies access to the landlord, there's not a whole lot the landlord can do about it. That's not grounds for an eviction in most cases. Now, in terms of non-payment of rent cases in LA County, the LA County is deferring to the state law because the state law preempts the county in the non-payment of rent cases. So you're going to want to follow the state rules for non-payment cases in LA County, unincorporated areas, as well as cities in the county that don't have their own eviction moratorium. Now we turn to LA City eviction moratorium. A lot of it is very similar to the county moratorium. It applies to residential and commercial properties, but here we're talking about residential only. There is no set expiration date on the LA City eviction moratorium. That's important. A lot of people get that confused. The LA City moratorium will only expire whenever the mayor of LA declares the local emergency period to be over. And good luck with that. We don't know when that's going to happen, but you're going to want to keep your eye on our Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube channels for more information on that, as we do post updates fairly regularly. Now, similarly to LA County, the City of LA bans no-fault evictions and evictions that are based on nuisance or for unauthorized occupants or for pets if they're COVID related. I know this has been a lot of information and it can be quite confusing, and the government unfortunately made it that way. These rules are not landlord friendly at all, unfortunately. If you'd like more information, please visit our website, attorneydavid.com. There's a contact button on there. You can schedule a paid informational phone call. We will discuss your individual case and go over what the rules and regulations are. Again, that's attorneydavid.com. You can also visit us on Facebook, Twitter, and of course on YouTube. We post a lot of information on those sites, and you may find it helpful. Thank you so much.